Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Half-Baked Podcast, episode 3000. I am your host, Tipster. With me, I have John Swan and Charm Skull. How are you guys doing?
What's up, man?
Why am I Charm Skull? I'm fucking trans now? What the fuck?
You could have been John Swan.
I'm not Australian.
Neither am I, dickhead.
No.
You could have been John Swan. You identified as Charm Skull.
You made me a woman and you made him gay.
Okay.
There are worse things to be.
This is true.
Wait, can we say that? I think that's allowed, right? You can say that in the first minute?
What?
Yeah, you could say that.
I think you can say that.
Gay?
Don't say it again.
Oh,
I think we
okay.
gotta get one of those.
Well, it's episode 40, boys.
40?
40 episodes.
Of Kino.
40.
Dude, 40 ounces. How you been, Vega?
Been good, dog. I fucked my hand up, but I'm here.
Now, I know you can't use that word.
I messed my hand up, dog, so I'm good. Dude.
Thank you.
Boom. Take two, baby.
Gooning too much? You were gripping the hog, as always?
No.
Sounds like you need new merch.
True.
What merch is available?
Elvis Alien has good merch.
He's my favorite YouTuber.
So the news in the community
Right.
while we were gone that was announced is that Ethan Klein, the big YouTube guy who you guys used to know for his epic reaction videos, H3, who's now known for the H3 podcast and has been on a kind of an interesting arc in the past few months, certainly, maybe the last year, really.
Right.
He's currently suing 3 different people for copyright infringement, and I think potentially a 4th.
Some would say that he's on Noah's Ark right now. He's parting the Red Sea.
Some do say
He's
that.
parting the commentary sea, yeah.
The Red Sea, I see what you did there because they're communist. He's suing
literally, yeah.
Frogan. He's suing Frogan. She's the person who said she's glad the soldiers
Do we really know her?
get PTSD. I mean, okay.
Wait, do we really know? Frogan tweeted out, right? She goes, I don't do politics. Why do people keep saying I'm a political streamer? And I'm like, no fucking shit. You obviously do politics. And I sat there and I went, wait a minute. Is she a political streamer? If somebody told me to, like, on a debate to prove that Frogan is a political streamer, I don't know if I could substantiate. I don't think anyone actually watches Frogan to know.
Well, the thing is, I did check her stream like maybe a week ago to see what was going on with it, like before the lawsuit was announced.
You click on, she's talking about Fortnite.
But she had even less viewers than I could have imagined. She had 64.
Oh, it's better than Aiden.
But isn't it kind of amazing how much media coverage this person gets considering she has no viewership?
I know. It's
Literally none.
Wait. You're telling me that she doesn't do politics?
To be honest, I don't really
I don't know. I don't know for a matter of fact. Yeah.
That's all I knew her from. As far as like all the clips and all that bullshit that I've seen, that's all I knew her from, politics.
The only clips I've seen are political in nature,
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. And they're all horrible. Every take is terrible. Also, she got actually exposed like crazy when she was getting sued, like Tom just mentioned. She went on stream. She's like, oh, if you wanted to support me, please use my Fortnite creator code. And she tried to type it in and it didn't work. And then she tried typing it in lowercase and it didn't work. And I think she found out they dropped her on the stream live.
Right.
How embarrassing is that? Dude, I have a Fortnite. The host of Ultimate Review has a Fortnint creator code that he shills every stream. And I literally shill it. I'm like, hey guys, you can buy this cool McLaren. It's just like the one McSkillet killed a family of 3 with. If you want to do that. You know, they added the Ford Bronco to Fortnite for my OJ skin.
Are you going to go on a Fortnite fucking tangent right now?
Nicholas DeORIO, you're obesing up our segment here. Okay, you're obesing up our segment.
All
I
right.
admire the
right.
passion for Fortnite, but
And McSkillet.
Then they came for Denims.
May God have mercy on them.
yes, and Denims.
Okay.
And Denims is the pretty idiot, right?
Yeah, dude, she's pants. He's suing pants.
Denims is a political streamer explicitly. She's like the Hassan sort of waiting room streamer.
Yeah.
So like when Hassan isn't live, she gets viewership.
She's Frogan, but traditionally attractive.
Something like that.
Gotcha.
And then there's KaceyTron who I mean, I guess KaceyTron is just fat and not really a political streamer at all.
She's like 7 years past her prime of being a good content creator.
Yeah.
She's like the next draft pick for LolCow Live to replace Becky Boop.
That's a good way to put it.
But Casey was known back in the day for being one of these streamers who basically just talk about gaming and like, you know, pretends to be a gamer girl. She was like baiting guys.
Gaming, shaving, dangerous people pushing dangerous narratives. Sorry.
Okay. She was like, we can't get through the fuck. You know what? Whatever. I won't even explain it.
You go. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, she was like a rage bait streamer back in the day, but it turns out she is actually just that stupid. She's like a person who pretended to be retarded and turned out to be actually retarded. But Ethan is suing all these people for copyright infringement. It's been announced. It's been huge news, and he seems to be getting more shit than he has gotten even throughout this entire drama for this happening. I think part of that is on one hand, you have a lot of people who are obviously fans of like Frogan or Hassan or people in that community who are like, maybe not fans of Frogan, but people who know of Frogan who feel bad for her, right? Who don't like that. There's also, I mean, a bunch of other stuff. There's like a clip of Ethan from a few years ago where he says, do whatever you want with my content. And then of course, there's the infamous from way back in the day, there was the lawsuit against Matt Haas where Ethan defended fair use. And so a lot of people say, oh, well, Ethan is now like going against his values. He's infringing on fair use. He's going to set fair use back. And I understand those concerns on the surface. surface. But the biggest thing to me is that all of these people are very bad content creators. They don't actually make content. As far as I've seen, they basically just, there's a difference to me. I feel like we need a delineation between like a reaction and like a watch party, because what these people do is a watch party. They sit and watch a video and say nothing.
No, dude, I'm sorry. Fuck this shit. They're challenging fucking fair use. He's going to destroy copyright for literally all. Wait, hold on 1 second. I'm getting a phone call.
Okay.
Wait, Dan Saltman is calling me. Give me 2 seconds.
I don't know who that is.
So I think the lawsuit's great. I think he's doing a really good job right now. I think that all these people deserve it. And I think that everything he's doing is awesome.
What?
You know?
Well, I do understand, sort of, if you haven't read into it, I do understand people's general concerns around the idea of lawsuits being dished out to smaller content creators. The biggest problem that I think is going to get these people fucked in court, though, is Denims, for example, openly stating, we are doing this so that we don't give Ethan Klein views. I am stealing his content. We're going to watch his shit and not react to it. If you want to watch my stream and not give him money.
Did she say that?
Yes.
Yes. Bro, you don't understand.
Denims openly said, if you want to watch my stream and not give him money.
You don't understand. You don't understand. Tom, everyone said it. All 3 of them said it.
Okay, well, there you go.
Well, 4 of them said it.
What the fuck?
He's got a clip of every single one of them making a similar statement, where they're like, this is a market substitute, basically.
Oh my God.
Which is literally them saying, I'm stealing this content. If you don't want to give this guy money, watch me so we can steal his content together, which will get them fucked in court from what I understand.
It's on brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear Vega's reaction just now? Repeat that, Vega. What did you say?
I said, did they act? What, you talking about the...
No, say the oh my God thing in the same inflection.
Oh my God.
He sounds like every lawyer I've watched so far. Every law YouTuber sounded just like that when that part of the video came up.
I'd probably pro bono that.
It's a slam dunk case.
That's crazy. That is on brand, though, for these people.
It really is.
Ethan ended the video by saying, hey, listen, there's got to be some money left in the pot for me, so I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you to send them as much as you possibly can. Please support all of their GoFundMes so there's something left in the pile when I get done with them.
Well, what is the dollar figure he's actually suing them for? Do we know?
I don't know how much he's suing them for. It's not like, well, they're not settling, right? I don't know. I don't think the damages are listed.
They're not settling? That would be a mistake.
Well, not settling yet. We're not at that point yet.
So are the damages to be determined during the trial?
I think so. Yeah, well, remember with the Carl Jobs thing, right? I don't think they were suing for X amount of dollars. I think the court decided, but that's obviously Australian court. But yeah, a lot of people are saying this isn't really going to affect precedent. And I don't know if that's actually accurate, but that's what I got from the bearded Santa-looking fellow. I apologize. You were very good. I forgot your name. But he was kind of saying that like Matt Haas versus Ethan Klein was a thing like using 3 minutes of a 17-minute work and like commenting over it for an extended period of time. It's not exactly going to be like comparable to someone watching a full hour-and-a-half video while farting on camera. That's not like the thing. I don't know. I have a really hard time feeling bad for these people, even like depending on how this goes, because like we've been telling these Twitch streamers for fucking years like what to do, and they're just smug, rude assholes to us. And it's like, well, now exactly what we said is happening, but it's coming from Ethan Klein, so it's conflicting, I guess. If fucking MasterChef came and did this years ago, I don't think that anybody would be fucking defending them over it. Everyone was telling them what they were going to do was going to lead to a fucking like adpocalypse or something like that.
Like what you said before, is that what people were complaining about the precedent being set if Ethan wins?
Precedent being set could damage everybody and stuff, but the reality of the situation, Vega, is I don't think this shit's ever going to get to trial. This is 3 lawsuits right now.
The precedent, well, I mean, it's in the name, right? Like if he's suing them within the law and what's described in the law as violating the law, that's not really a precedent. It's just like Disney suing somebody for copyright law. They're not setting a precedent for anything. They're just following the law to get their money and their IP protected. That's all he's doing.
Well,
now, if they win, then they're the ones that set the precedent, as far as I know, is with that.
A couple of years ago, actually might be longer than a couple at this point. You know, Sargon was in a copyright lawsuit.
I did not know. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Sargon?
Yeah.
He was in a lawsuit with Akilah actually, or Akilah obviously, Akilah Hughes, right? What it was over was he had posted a clip, like a full clip from her, right? And the clip was like retitled on his channel. So it was like he had taken like out of her like 10-minute video or something. He took like a minute of it and posted it.
Well, hold on, that's not exactly accurate. It was 2 clips, a 30-second clip and a 1.5-minute clip about, and they were contrasting, right? Like you remember those election result coverage where it's like Hillary Clinton's going to be president, and the next clip is like America is doomed or whatever. Like those kind of clips, those compilation things.
Right.
All it was 2 clips, 30-second, minute and a half. He doesn't speak in it. His face doesn't appear in it. 2 raw clips slapped together. And it was SJW's level of awareness is the caption. The caption in tandem with the clips being contrasting was enough that they determined the video was fair use. And he was awarded damages.
Well, it's because it serves a completely different purpose, right? It's not Sargon of Akkad taking her content, posting it to steal her money. It's him taking a few short clips and posting that with its own original meaning, right? Because the original meaning of her video was not, look at me, I'm such a huge libtard.
Yeah, but it's not a few, it's 2.
Yeah.
I think that people were a little surprised that it went that way.
Yeah, I would agree, but I'm glad that it went the way it did.
Because up until that point, I assumed, and maybe wrongfully, that you'd need to actually do some sort of actual commentary and speak in the video for it to meet the high standard.
Well, the thing is, the commentary is the title, right?
Oh, I know, but that was the precedent, right?
Right.
The precedent is like I don't know. We're not lawyers here. We're not pretending to be lawyers. If you want to watch lawyers, go watch Legal Mindset. That guy probably knows way more than me. This is like my political thing. It's like, hey, go watch Loanerbox. He probably knows more about that than I do. Go watch Legal Mindset. Go watch Lust. I don't know. Is Lust good? Lust seems okay. Those guys.
Go watch Nick Rekieta.
No. Not Coke Bullet Man.
Go watch Nick Rekieta.
Do it.
Nick Rekieta should be Alex's lawyer, the Coke Bullet and the Brick.
Okay.
That's a t-shirt right there. More merch, baby.
But so that's what's happening right now, and it's a huge uproar in the commentary community. But I think the reality of the situation is this shit's over before it begins. I can't imagine. Do you know how much money they've raised in total, Vega?
How much?
$100,000.
Each of them?
All 3 of them. All 3 of them in 3 separate lawsuits. A total of $100,000.
Each of them has raised $100K?
No, in total. If you add all of the GoFundMes together.
Oh, in total?
Yeah, and we're about a week out.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they're not. This is not happening. Dude,
That's not good.
You need like a bare minimum of $100,000 to get through the door, and this shit. If this goes on for 5 years, you need way more than that.
Hell
right?
yeah. 5 years? Fuck yeah.
And if Ethan's legal fees are getting paid here, I mean, he's paying that guy a lot of fucking money. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's suing for fucking the payment of the lawyers too?
That's what he wants. Yeah, that's what he wants, I think. So, I mean, I don't think this is going to go to court. I don't think there'll be any precedent. I think if there is, it could potentially harm me as a reaction streamer. It'd be pretty shitty. And again, the other aspect to this is that I don't think he's suing because he really cares about reaction streams and share watches and stuff. It's obviously because like Denims made the comment. And not made the comment, but reacted to the Bad Empanada video about CPS.
You'd be surprised how many people that don't know about copyright shit. Because I asked back in the day when I uploaded that Mandalorian abridged thing.
Yeah.
While I was going around asking like the YouTuber homies, I was like, what do you guys do to kind of get past this? Because I kind of just listened to everybody's bitching about it. And they're just like, oh, I have to put the video in a small like fucking box in the corner and it's got to be floating around. It's got to do, you got to change this, you got to change that, like the color and all this shit. And I was just like, well, wait a minute, dude. So when I read up on the whole thing, I was just like, nah, this is 100% transformative. And then I showed them the final product and they were like, dude, you're going to get busted. I was like, I might get pinged, but I'll just go through the process. There's no fucking way I will because it's 100% transformative, right?
Yeah.
I used 100% of that episode is Disney property. But because the storyline and the editing changed the entire context, every character was different, their motivations were different, their lines were different, the way it was edited made it a different story. And every character had their own arcs and all this bullshit. When they went and they dinged me, I immediately went through the process of YouTube. That's why I think a lot of YouTubers are just full of shit. When they say that to the audience, they just want the audience.
No, I don't think they're full of shit. I think that you're right, but I think they're not full of shit. I think there's been so much disinformation about copyright and community guideline strikes and all this shit that like to the point where like even the YouTubers who are newer have been psyoped by the YouTubers who just straight up lied before this, and nobody knows.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah, but the audience is even worse. They have no idea what's going on. So it's extremely difficult to have to explain this every single time a new controversy comes up.
Yeah,
because they have to battle through years of quartering videos where he says his channel's getting demonetized because he got 3 yellows. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I'm saying? It's the second they get that notification, because it just makes sense. If somebody's using your content, you almost automate it to be like, ding them. If they're properly using it, then they'll give us a proper argument or an explanation on what's happening. Then we'll let it go. I had full monetization on that video, no restrictions anywhere. It was blocked immediately, but once I went through the process, it was open in about a week. It does take a little bit, but I mean, fuck it, dude. What are you supposed to do? You want the video up or not? Because because usually what happens is they get dinged, immediately go to Twitter.
Yeah.
And they start raising hell, and then they put pressure on the company, and then the company's like, well, what do we do here, bro? Is it worth it? You know, like fucking, that's just my opinion.
My biggest regret for like early content that I did was there was just so much fucking fear mongering. YouTube is over. COPPA is coming to get us. The next COPPA is coming to get us. There's going to be more. Nothing ever happens, dude. You know what happened yesterday? YouTube just lowered their streaming age to 16.
Oh,
They lowered their streaming age to 16?
You could be 16 and stream on YouTube now simultaneously.
Dude, that's because fucking iShow Speed started streaming when he was like 16.
That, and it's because vertical video. But the other part is they also said you can talk more about like harsher political issues on YouTube now.
well, that's good. They need to open that up.
Like they're expanding outward.
discussion.
Yeah, it's so obvious. What's like
That's a good move.
I don't know. A lot of YouTubers, every time they think it's going to come crashing down, or even if they don't think it's going to come crashing down, we're milking it for money for a while, to the point where now everybody has some like warped perspective that. Oh, my favorite one is when people say the YouTube copyright system is broken. It's like, no, it's not. It's the best copyright system in any site.
I agree.
Tangentially related. You think it's what's better, Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube? Out of all these sites,
Dude, Twitch is a fucking mess.
Twitch is a disaster. I put up an email from 2021 where they said they didn't have a system in place to notify you if you got a strike on your account.
What?
That's 2021. Content ID launched on YouTube in 2007. Okay, dude, I got 3 strikes by Bad Empanada last week on Twitter. You know what happened?
What?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I wasn't even worried. You know why? One, if there was something I could do about it, they don't even fucking do counter notifications. You can do one, it doesn't go anywhere. Nothing ever happens.
Nothing ever happens.
I think you can get like 15 strikes or something like that before they actually finally ban your account. Like legitimately, I don't even know when they expire. Do you know does anyone in the chat know when a fucking strike expires on Twitter? They don't even tell you. The biggest problem with YouTube's copyright system is that like you have to write your local congressman because it makes you dox yourself to send it, because people don't realize when they're filing a counter notification, it's not like an appeal. You're saying, hey, sue me, asshole, and you're sending your your information over so they can file a lawsuit against you. They're not doing it because they need you to dox yourself.
Yeah.
I always see Tectone getting banned.
Oh, Tectone got banned again. How is he not perma'd yet? They just keep banning him for 24 hours. He seems like the #1 target.
Like every fucking week he's getting banned on Twitch.
Well, he's claiming that they went up to him and they're like, just stop talking about them.
Are they trying to nudge him away until he just leaves, or like what exactly are they doing?
You're talking about these people, right? That we're talking about the
No,
Frogan girl?
but fucking Tectone came out there and he started flinging his dad around.
Okay.
That was weird too. Do you think that was weird? What
do you mean?
He was putting his dad on streams and stuff, and his dad made like a joke about Hassan or whatever on one of those streams. I think it was like a chat message though. And then all of a sudden they found out that his dad was like,
unsavory. To put it lightly.
yeah, his dad was the TOS word or something.
What do you mean?
Bro, there was
His dad was he was in the army.
a Congress meeting about his dad or something.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? What happened? What is it? What do you do?
His dad did jail time over like army sexual harassment and then there were also allegations of rape.
Oh, in the army?
Why the fuck would you bring your dad on stream then if you knew? Like, and I guess he claimed he didn't know all of it.
What the fuck?
I do not know. I don't know.
But then all of a sudden after that, he tried to turn it into a win, and they were like, "Oh, fuck you, Tectone." He goes, "Oh yeah, you want me to call my dad?" He was sending that to fucking random people on Twitter. He's like, send his dad in to like rape them or something. It was so weird.
Dude, dropping your father in to go gorilla mode.
Dude, you want to hear ultimate review, dude? Tectone is swinging his dad at people. It's crazy.
Is all that confirmed, right?
Well, he did jail time, but the rape stuff, I think that's an allegation, right? He was because the big thing was that there were all those allegations, and then women's careers were destroyed or something, but like he wasn't convicted of them, is what the woman was saying.
The United States military, they need to bring him back for one last job. They need to put Tectone's dad in a missile and send him over there.
Dude, it's like
they just sent him to Iran.
The A-team.
The only thing I would say in defense of that kind of stuff, like if you were telling me that, I would be like, I would need to know the story and what happened there, because coming from the military, I never got in trouble or anybody like that. We never did anything that would ever warrant that in the first place. But I would say the way the military operates, I mean, you could take something like a divorce. You're fucked. If your girl can fuck 1,000 guys on camera, CCTV footage footage. It's all proof. And the army will be like, oh, well, listen, she said she was unhappy. Your whole life is ruined. Give us your money. We're going to take your rank. We're going to do this. And you didn't do shit. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like that.
you know, there's such a horrible stereotype about like military marriages that seems to not really be a stereotype.
It's not.
Like guys go to war, come home, and then it's a fucking disaster if they make it home.
And then their lives are ruined.
Yeah, and then their lives are ruined. I mean, there was one girl in college who was cheating on her military boyfriend.
Common.
It was like I was watching this happen on the other end of it.
Yeah.
Like from the other end of where you're looking at it from, and it was just disgusting.
I'm not saying to derail that. I'm just saying use that as an example because I've seen it so many times. Crazy shit. People in other battalions or anything like that, and you see all this stuff happening. You're just like, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, but it wasn't all like rape. They caught him with like fucking terabytes of porn on the work computers. I don't know, it was terabytes. But there was a bunch of weird shit going on in there. But it was the point where they had a press conference about it.
Right.
That's not normal. Does that happen like over there? Do they have like press conferences for this shit?
I don't know about. No, I don't know. I haven't seen press conferences.
This shit was on like, dude. Fucking Hassan was sitting there. They're like, your dad's on C-SPAN, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I can't.
I'm pulling up congressional hearings that they had about your dad.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. So yeah, maybe there's some validity there. I don't know, but as far as like if you tell me some dude had a terabyte of porn and he's in the military, I wouldn't even look twice. I'd be like, yeah.
I mean, if you told me that Tom had a terabyte of porn, I could believe that.
Yeah,
Dude, check out.
What is this, bro?
What is that?
Half of my screen share, dude. Okay. All right, the U.S. military is like,
oh my god, bro. What the fuck, dude?
sets him in, dude.
No. But I feel like you can't simultaneously say they're targeting my dad that I brought on stream and I'm going to send him to rape you all in the same sentence.
He said that? Okay, never mind.
No, not like that. That was a bit enunciated. But that was like the week. It was like,
okay,
they're fucking going after my dad, dude. What the fuck? It's like, oh yeah, Tectone? And he's like, you want me to send my dad after you? It's like, whoa, okay, dude. Holy shit. All right.
Imagine you're in a fucking bunker.
I need a hero to save.
Imagine you're in a bunker in the Gaza Strip. You hear like a fucking, what's that thing Hassan says? J-Dam on call. You see
it opens, he pops out.
A bunker buster busts through your fucking bunker and there's like a second delay on it. So you're like, oh, it's going to detonate. But a capsule opens and Tectone's dad walks out.
Dude, you're like on the mic and it's Tectone's dad. He's like, stay frosty.
Pops out, dude.
Well, I am not going to say shit about it because I don't know enough about it. But,
no, yeah, that's fair.
And
we should have brought that to Vega sooner. He actually probably has some good insight on that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have Tectone on and interview him about his dad.
Yeah, he probably knew him.
I was in the room, bro. Nothing happened.
If Tectone wants to come on, we can talk about it with Vega. You know?
Yeah. Well, definitely, like, because every unit is different. But if he was to come on, you guys can invite him or whatever.
Every unit of measurement for the amount of porn they found on his dad's computer.
I probably know dudes that have more porn on hard drives than he does. So fucking, what I'm saying is like every unit might be different, but he could tell stories or he could shit, and I would find some type of parallel with the dudes that we had going. So we would be able to at least see what's going on there.
Yeah. So final verdict though, Tom, what do you think about these lawsuits? You think it's going to be I mean, it looks like a fucking open and shut thing, and that's what the legal people are saying. So
before you give your final verdict, can I ask, what is Hassan doing? Isn't this his people?
Not getting sued, bro. He's always not giving them any money.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Is it out of the realm possibility that he would just help them out? Like, he's got money, right?
Yeah. Is he not helping him?
No, but dude. So Ethan Klein, baller by the way, came out and was like, Anissa, when are you gonna help your girls?
Ooh.
Yeah. 5 days later, Anissa finally dropped 1,000 for KaceyTron and nothing for the rest of them. Isn't that funny?
Oh my.
No, they're not helping. They're not helping. Hassan hasn't said that he's donating anything yet. I mean, maybe at the time of release it'll be different, but it doesn't look like anybody's coming to save them. They need a hero. They need Tectone's dad.
So Hassan didn't say nothing about it? He didn't even comment on it?
No, he covered it. He's just like, all these crazy people, blah, 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 blah. He probably shared did he share the GoFundMe? Or at least Frogan's GoFundMe, maybe, I think.
And they still couldn't put it together, huh?
Damn.
But if you go read the GoFundMes, it's all Ethan Klein fans going in there and saying, here, I'm giving you this money so it can go to him in like an escrow account.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, if there was any question as to if any of their fans are engaging in the capitalist society, I think we all know what the answer is now because they don't have money. I feel kind of bad for them because they're all fucking broke.
Dude, if only I had a socialist streamer right now who could help these small people out from this evil lawsuit, man.
If they had money, it's going to be gone anyway. From what you guys are saying, it doesn't sound like, is Ethan even remotely trying to back down from this? Or is he hinting at like, well, we'll see, you know, if we
No. He announced a 4th lawsuit last night during my stream.
So he's going scorched earth.
So they called him a misogynist for suing 3 women. He's like, that's awesome. I'm going to sue a black guy. So now he's suing Sean DeBlack.
Oh, you guys have mentioned that guy. Yeah.
Sean DeBlack, dude, is getting sued. And Sean wrote, the fuck? On like TF on Twitter in response. And then he went on stream today. He goes, listen, to all my fucking snark friends, why did you motherfuckers go out there and use my name when you're saying that he's a misogynist? Like, maybe he is, sure. But I got caught astray. I'm getting sued now.
Damn.
So then Ethan Klein said, okay, I'll give you some amnesty, all right? If Taylor Lorenz and Kat Tenbarge apologize for calling me a misogynist, I will not sue Sean DeBlack.
Oh, dude.
So then Taylor apologized.
Oh, did she?
And dude, she was fighting with it. You know, Taylor Red's like 40 years old. He's like, why are you harassing young women? And he's like, who are the young women? Me and Issa Joma. And he's like, you called yourself a young woman and then leaked my DMs to Twitter? You're so fucking cringy. Holy shit, dude. Taylor Lorenz lied about her age so badly. Wikipedia had a range of years she could have been born listed for her. Like Alexander the Great. It was like, but she's like June 1st, 1984 to 1987. Or something like that.
Wow.
It looked like it was like a before Christ person that was like rising from the ashes like a phoenix.
Oh, she's one of them chicks. She stays the same age once she hits 30.
Can we show one clip?
Go for it.
I can give you the timestamp retroactively, but I do think that there's one clip that I think will actually articulate how fucked these people are.
Yeah, let's do it.
Tom, do you know which one I'm going to pull up?
I don't.
It's the one from the JXE debate. It is very, very bad. And by bad, I mean awesome. Here, I gotta grab this little...
Let's take a look.
This Stamperino, dude.
Let's inspect it.
The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like, I think filler content, like, you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that. Because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch
Dude,
for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos. And they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm sure
From the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
What the fuck?
That one's the worst one.
Called theft. And you're a thief. And now I'm suing you.
Dude, she's in so much trouble, dude. She's in so much trouble.
She's essentially like describing freebooting, except you're president.
Yeah, no, she is. But dude, if you go to these people, they'll tell you. They're fine telling you they literally freeboot. You know who you can go ask? I keep playing this clip. Tom, you might not even have seen this one yet because it hasn't come up anywhere.
Wait, it's not a...
You know who's the king of explaining this? Here. There you go.
Oh, here it is.
It's a violation of DMCA. If we're talking about it from like the legal sense, what people do when they play a fucking YouTube video is a violation of fair use for sure. It's not fair use at all. You can't fucking play the entire video. Don't be ridiculous. And everyone could technically get DMCA'd. But in that sense, it's no different than people playing other people's video games on stream. I didn't realize that these guys now are the arbiters of fair use, because that's a conversation you do not want to go down, brother. That's the other funny part is, like, with the exception of, like, television content that I fucking totally rip for the most part, with the exception of the television content that I totally fuking rip, totally
There
rip.
you go.
A lot of the fucking YouTube channels that I watch are friends of mine.
Bro, I don't understand.
That's the culture.
Does their brains not click when they're talking? They don't even stop themselves. Nobody in their chat is like, what are you saying?
Vega, it's a cultural problem on Twitch.
God,
it is a deep-seated cultural issue on Twitch. I don't know if, Tom, you didn't stream there, did you?
On Twitch?
Yeah.
No, I've never been on Twitch. Only on YouTube.
So you're not a partner. You didn't get this email, right?
Correct.
This is an email that I received in 2021, not in 2007, not in 2005. I got this in 2021. Now, note, keep in mind, YouTube did create Content ID in 2007 and spent about $100 million to develop it by 2018. So this is an email.
They had to. They got sued by Viacom back in the day.
They did get sued by Viacom. So Twitch came in 2021 and said, we're committed to being more transparent about DMCAs. Recently, we received a batch of DMCA takedowns with 1,000 individual claims from music publishers. All of these claims are for VODs, and the vast majority of target streamers listening to background music while playing video games or IRL streaming. Based on the number of claims, we think these rights holders used automated tools to scan, identify copyrighted music and creator VODs and clips, which means they're going to send more notices. We're going to actively speak with those music labels about solutions that can work for creators and rights holders. This is our first contact with the music publishing industry. There could be several owners for a single piece of music, and we're disappointed they decided to send takedowns when we're willing and ready to speak to them about solutions. This is literally Hassan's argument. We're going to just do it until they come and tell us that we're not allowed to do it anymore. But if they strike us, they're assholes for it. We're doing it without asking for permission. It's the same shit they're using to justify it.
Dude, you know what this is? This is the same fucking shit that I hate with these freebooting fucking douchebags online. They'll rip your shit.
That's it, yeah. It's Twitch, though. This is the guy who made this is the people who pay those people.
What I'm trying to say with the freebooters that are just floating around out there, and then these people, the mentality is the same. These are talentless, no personality having bottom barrel fucking losers that come on here, make a living, they get caught, and then it's what I wasn't doing, dude. It's why would you want to watch this by yourself? It's just they want to find me, and they find me, and I'm watching videos. What's the problem? It's like, how do you not understand that somebody made this? The balls on these people when they go and they rip your shit, they upload it, get all these fucking followers, and hey, give me your money to support this content, and all you see is like somewhere hidden or in a bio somewhere or a link to something, and it says, hey, if you want credit, by the way, or you want me to take this down, email me.
Yes.
Or send me a DM. It's like, what? I have to look for my shit that you ripped, motherfucker?
I think these guys just existed in an echo chamber for so long where like none of their chat has a problem with this. They just assume to be fine. Honestly, I don't even care that they watch the full video, though. To me, that's not even the problem. I think the thing that's really going to get them fucked is that they say nothing. They say literally nothing.
No, they have to actually engage with it. There's a difference between watching a Turkey Tom video and having a conversation about it, or XQC watching a JFK assassination video. What does that guy have to contribute to that?
Yeah, like even Asmongold, to his credit, whenever I see his videos, they're usually double or triple as long as the original thing he's watching. Generally speaking.
Oh, Dark Viper's mad. Dark Viper's mad. Pussy won't call out Asmongold. Pussy won't call out Asmongold. You're helping reactors. You're helping reactors.
That's funny. I have called it Asmongold in the past for fucking up an entire case.
Nope. These YouTubers don't care about fair use. They just want to fucking moral posture against people they don't like.
14 pages.
Yeah, dude. Reactors are like rapists.
This is interesting because it's like a whole platform. They have lawyers, and their lawyers aren't being like, hey, dude, you just can't do this. What the fuck are you doing? This is insane.
Well, no. The lawyers are here. Look, well, the vast majority of you don't use unauthorized music in the back. This is actually their solution. Ready? This is their solution.
Oh my God.
If you believe your content was misidentified, you can submit a counter notification. Please look at these resources and help articles, like learn about what fair use is. And then Twitch goes, what are we doing? Well, we're going to give you new tools to succeed. And those tools are as follows: the ability to unpublish your VOD, to view your strike count, get strike notifications in your creator dashboard, and add multi-track audio support for OBS. This is in 2021. 2021, and they're saying there was no ability to view strike notifications in their creator dashboard. That's how primitive this fucking third world site was. They didn't have an infrastructure behind the scenes built up for copyright. If you don't, Tom, do you remember the part of this exact drama where people were deleting their VODs en masse to prevent getting copyright strikes, and they were still getting them because Twitch kept them up on the back end and the rights holders were still able to see them? So you thought you deleted your VOD and you were safe, and then you got struck anyway because they had no infrastructure built for this.
I honestly don't even remember that.
This was a huge disaster when this happened. And I look at this email because this email is like the perfect, we never knew that the big music would come get us. It's like, how? Your biggest competitor is YouTube. They dealt with this 15 years earlier. How did you never even conceive of this possibility?
I guess their strategy was just, let's just not deal with it and push it off for as long as possible.
And that's what they're doing with Hassan Mr. Loves Terrorists on fucking Twitch right now. That's always been their policy, and it's going to fucking blow up every platform we use by association.
I mean, I don't think it'll blow up YouTube. I think it'll blow up Twitch.
Yeah, I think that YouTube is probably in its best it's ever been. Maybe not compared to 2015 ad revenue, but for general use, yeah, best since then.
Best since then.
YouTube's doing fine.
Is it?
No, the ad revenue is better than 2015. At least I've been told. I wasn't making money back then, but I've been told that ad rates are way higher. Well, because you remember back then the conversation was every 1,000 views you get $1, maybe 3 or 4. That was like good ad rate back then.
Really?
Yeah. At least that's what I've been told.
$1 CPM is that?
I mean, I think that was the standard. I'm pretty sure. I mean, for most commentary channels anyway, that's what I was told.
Is that what CPM translates to? That's insane.
I mean, now certainly it's much higher. Yeah.
Yeah. It's changed significantly.
Yeah, dramatically.
What do you think is going to happen if Ethan wins? What are they going to do? Like these React streamers?
I think two things will happen. Either it'll go to court and then there could be a ruling and that would judge how people view it. I think if he fleeces them and it's a settlement, I think it'll be viewed positively. Maybe that's nuclear. Maybe I'm completely off about this because I know people are like really ass mad about it. But I think if he just sits there and completely mauls them and they have to pay out all the money that was donated to them to Ethan and he makes like fucking legal fees off of it, I think that he'd probably look pretty good overall.
But I'm saying, what is their course of action? Because now they're kind of out of business. What do they do?
I mean,
like, what content are they going to make?
Yeah, that's a good. I don't know what they do. I think they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. To be honest, they're probably. I mean, why stop now, dude?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they'll learn something about this and they'll move on and I guess make better content. But we've been telling them this for years. Would you really believe that they're going to change anything up now? We've given these people the tools they need to succeed, and they threw it in our face.
Yeah,
it's over.
We won. I'm kidding.
All right, so go back to the verdict. What's the verdict on this?
Something did happen. Something did in fact happen.
Dude, something finally happened.
Something finally fucking happened.
For better or for worse, though, I don't know how it's going to go. Obviously, I don't want my fucking streaming channel destroyed over this beef.
The thing is, yours won't. Regardless of what happens in this lawsuit, yours won't. If Tom comes back, we see the comments that you want Tom back streaming. If Tom ever comes back streaming, you guys won't be hit because you guys, I don't know about this whole fucking people. I think it's the same thing where people are like, you have to stop it every 2 seconds or you have to do this just to avoid the copyright claim. You can play whole fucking clips if you want to, as long as your opinion lines up because the audience requires the context.
Yeah, it depends. It's a literal case by case basis. But if you're like mildly intelligent, you won't really have to navigate. Like there's times where I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like I'm doing a great job reacting to this, and I just cancel the segment and move on to something else.
Yeah. All I'll say is there better not be any Nicholas DeORIO reactions to my videos, or you'll be served. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, bro. Dude, the hood watches Rob's media now.
Damn, Nick, your channel got 2 million views this month? That's fucking fire.
I think 28 days. Yeah, 28 days, I'm seeing 2.6.
2.5.
That's down from last month because we went to VidCon.
That's real good.
Oh, nice. How much did mine get?
How much did yours get? Let's check Lord Vega.
No, let's not check Lord Vega's.
5 billion views? What the?
Whoa!
Dude, why are you on this podcast?
Nice.
Yo, 5 billion.
You should be touring with
I didn't want to say anything, guys.
He's got actually 274 million is what I'm seeing here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you spell my name right?
Which is he. The thing about you is you post a lot, and that's why you're winning.
Yeah, Vega's been one of the most consistent YouTubers in the last 7 years.
The thing about you is everywhere I look, I see Lord Vega posted a new video.
Dude, you remember when I was like the lazy guy who never posts anything? Well, now I'm the lazy guy who posts all the time.
True.
Look at me now. All my friends don't post anything, and I'm lazy and I post daily.
I'm not lazy. You can't call me lazy, okay? I'm getting shit done, all right? I'm making real videos.
Oh, yeah, you can't be lazy. You have way too many employees to be lazy. Dude, somebody
True.
goes, Nick, why don't you edit these videos more? They're 2 fucking hours. I'm like, because they pay well. Fuck you. Yeah, I could edit them. I could pay somebody to make them do.
You're like, stop watching them, man.
Yeah, I can literally pay somebody to edit them better so they make less money. I could do that for sure. And then I have to pay somebody for it. It's like, no, this is fine. I'm satisfied being the slop YouTuber you watch when you have to go on a long drive or you're listening at work. I'm fine with that shit, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, I was watching Nicholas DeORIO at the gym the other day, and this guy walked up to me and he was like, yo, you like URR?
Yes, dude.
I was at LA Fitness the other day, and I was helping my juice dealer shoot up some Anivore into his butt, and he turned around while I was looking into his sphincter, and he said, yo, you like the Catch 33 podcast?
Yeah.
Nick, my mind is actually broken. The steroid is called Anavar, but I said Anivore.
Oh, you're raped, dude. You're actually raped.
I'm raped.
Oh, no.
I'm raped.
You're actually raped. That's insane.
Holy shit. Well, anyway, I was shooting Anavar into my juice dealer's butt, not Anivore. Let it be known.
We're shooting Anivore.
Wait, am I cutting this out? What are you
No,
talking?
that's got to be in.
That's got to stay in.
Okay, you were shooting steroids into your. Oh god.
No, into his butt. I mean, he did it to me after, but
What is an after butt?
no, like he did it.
I know.
He did it to my butt after.
Dude.
It's not even funny. Where's the before butt?
I don't even know why I said that. Dude, that was awful. I hated that.
Where's before butt? Anyway, what else is there?
Your mom.
Hey, you leave her out of this.
Tom's mom is a saint.
She is.
I got you good, you fucking loser.
You leave her out of this.
You were raped, bro. You're totally raped.
We just get back from Tom VidCon.
VidCon. Yeah, we just got back from VidCon. And it was
Tell me how VidCon went.
it was an epic year.
It was a bit weird that they had it in Mexico this year. It was
Right.
kind of odd, not really the safest environment,
yeah,
but
lots of security around. Worries about political assassinations.
Glad y'all boys made it back.
they all had like gold Rolexes,
Oh, my God.
and shit, and cigars and stuff,
Bro, you're obsessed.
And they were speaking Spanish.
They were handing out the Escobar Fold for free.
Yeah, the Escobar fold phones were like the things they were handing out for like the gift baskets. Yeah, it was crazy.
Right.
Dude, can I just say VidCon sucks? Like VidCon is fun. Going to VidCon is fun, except the convention part. I was there for like 30 minutes and it was literally the lamest shit I've ever been to.
Yeah, I just don't go.
I've been said that.
I got to the door, right? And they're like, this is not VidCon. I go, I'm pretty sure this is VidCon. They go, no, this is indoor basketball. VidCon is on the other side of the convention center. They like rented out half of it for something else.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not what they did every time I went.
I was like, what the hell?
How was it when you went? Because you went during the classic days.
Yeah, but it was the same shit, dude. You get your creator pass, so you meet up with people on different levels, or everybody has like a different house. You go there. You're not going to VidCon
Yeah.
because who's there? Like you get, I don't know nowadays.
Oh, the Costco guys were there.
But that's what I mean. Like, who gives a flying fuck? You know?
5 big booms, dude. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, that was lit.
I want to meet the Costco guys. That actually makes me sad that I didn't go.
I know.
Because I want to meet the Costco guys.
I missed them. I got there and Dream was doing a meet and greet to like 7 million people.
Oh, is he still popping off?
Yeah, it was like insane. There was a lot of people there.
Wow.
He's mad famous. He's still killing it.
Yeah, he was so famous that he attended a certain party from a bird.
I heard that. Well, we had a sort of separate meet and greet for Dream. Isn't that kind of crazy?
What? The Dream showed up to the party? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. The thing is, I thought he was going to get there and like people were going to be like, oh, Dream's so corny and like make fun of him and bully him. But literally everybody, as soon as he was there, approached him and tried to get a picture and was like trying to be involved in the Dreamverse, which is pretty funny.
Dude, I just wanted all of our enemies to come.
Yeah.
I think Adam McIntyre and Rosanna almost came. Rosanna Pansino. That sucks they didn't get there.
It's unfortunate it didn't happen.
Oh, actually, before we get anywhere, can you please confirm that I was constantly asking why Bo Blacks wasn't invited to every single thing throughout the course? You were with me like the whole weekend, right? I was constantly asking where Bo Blacks was.
See, the way I remember it is you frantically texting me every morning saying, Bo Blacks isn't going to be there, right?
Oh my God. You suck.
Okay.
Dude, he's gonna tell everybody I blackballed him now, and then they keep walking up to me. They're like, "Dude, Bo Blacks is gonna be here. Whoa, what are you gonna do?" And I'm like, "Is he really? Did they finally invite him to something?" And they're like, "That's not the answer I was expecting."
Why not?
Everyone said that like you're here, so Bo Blacks shouldn't come.
As far as I'm aware, you were perfectly okay with him coming the entire time.
I hung out with technicals all weekend. Yeah, of course I was okay with Bo Blacks.
Yeah. You didn't express any issues.
Wait, stop. You hung out with technicals? Aren't you two mortal enemies?
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. Is because people, like adults who hang out at parties, Vega, I figured you'd get this out of everybody. We're just drinking and having a good time. Nobody's debating on fucking YouTube topics in the middle of VidCon.
No, if we got problems, like real problems, as long as you don't get around me, there's not going to be any problems. But if you walk over to me, there's going to be problems, bro.
You get up and leave the party?
No, I'll tell you to just get the fuck away from me, dude. dude. I don't want to talk to you. It's different. You guys do different stuff. I am.
So
different.
Nick should have thrown hands. Nick should have thrown hands. You guys rode together to that steak place.
Dude, they kept putting me next to him at all the dinners.
Well, I just thought it was the funniest possible option, but you didn't have to do it.
Dude,
you guys actually went together.
That was funny as shit. Tom's like, all right, you go in this Uber, you go in that Uber, and you're like, technicals drive Nick to the dinner. And they were like, fuck it, at this point, whatever, let's do it.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was nice, cordial, pleasant.
Oh, who at that point, who gives a shit? Like, it's been the whole weekend, right? Like, I don't know. Is that where we're gonna put our foot down?
Yeah, dude. If you guys got along, that's great. If you asked me that question, you think I wouldn't like do that? I've done that before.
Should I tell Vega the story?
What story?
The story of what happened at your party.
What happened to my party?
I figured out who it was now.
Wait, so this is your party and everybody came? Okay, very nice, Tom.
Yeah, Dream showed up to. I said a bird, dude. It was a bird.
Yes, the Turkey Tom. Well, here's the thing, Vega. Since you haven't been going to VidCon, every year we do the Turkey Tom party.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Each year is more notorious than the last. This year was pretty epic. It was a good party, but I don't know what happened that I'm unaware of.
Can we say where it was?
Yeah, we can say where it was.
He had this shit at an indoor skate park. So they had like a pinball machine. I was playing The Simpsons, dude, while I was getting fucking blasted.
Get the fuck out of here. You went to a party and saw a pinball machine, he just lost it.
It was great. I was like, let's go, dude. Well, there were people playing like the Jurassic Park Raw Thrills game too. Honestly, it was a pretty solid venue. Big open area, nice little corner to hold the drinks in. The only problem is the bathroom was like weird.
Oh, that's like that.
The bathrooms were like weird. They had a sink and the sink didn't work.
The other problem, and I don't even know if you were here for this part, Nick, but it was getting like hot inside, and I don't think there was really AC.
We were like one of the last to leave.
So by the end of the party, like there was like 100 people on the street, like hanging out.
Yeah. We dipped when everyone was out on the street. Yeah.
Now, were these all, because all the parties that I remember, it was essentially all YouTubers and maybe a couple of people that people knew that didn't have it?
You can't do it anymore, dude. Every party the whole weekend was like apps and signing up and getting it like let in through a queue.
What?
Yeah, dude. No, there's no like just showing up to shit anymore. You literally.
I'm at the houses.
Yeah, even the houses. Yeah, the house parties were like that too.
What?
People don't do parties at houses anymore because Airbnb banned parties.
No, the California people did it. And the Canadian people did it, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they had like a huge. It was like 30 people or something. I think I could be wrong.
Yeah, but even they use queues because I got it in the Smosh queue. I got to thank you for going to the party we skipped.
Yeah, true.
What the fuck? You guys aren't doing house parties or nothing anymore? Well, I guess I understand if you rent a venue out.
We're not doing house parties, but like there were like 15 people at Tom's Airbnb at any given moment drinking, you know?
Yeah, it's normal.
Like I was smoking cigars in the backyard. That was fine.
Last year we did do an Airbnb one, and when about 70 people were there, the owners were pretty pissed, and I didn't want to continue pissing them off, so we had to shut it down at like 10 p.m. last year.
And you got to realize, though, Vega, nobody goes to VidCon anymore.
Yeah.
Mudahar's whole house wasn't there. There was one Airbnb of people I wanted to be around. At no point was I like, oh, I got to go hang out with the other guys. There was no other guys. I was hanging out with Tom and Gamer from Mars' fucking Airbnb the entire weekend.
Damn, bro. Yeah, because when I went, there was like at least 3 or 4 houses that you can bounce around in case one got crowded, but that would be normal, right? There's always,
Well, dude,
always.
here's the big 3 banger parties, dude. Smosh, but only one of them showed up, apparently.
Right.
The Canadian politics community who hosted Taylor Lorenz, or the Turkey Tom Rager. Those were like the 3 big parties of the weekend.
Yeah, I think the Turkey Tom Rager is the only one I'll be probably attending.
Yeah. That was the only one that I went to, yeah.
The Turkey Tom Rager was epic. It was literally epic. Everybody all weekend was telling me they were looking forward to it, that I was the man.
You didn't hear what happened there?
No.
I had to have told you. We definitely pulled you aside and talked
Are you
about
talking
it.
about? Are you talking about the confrontation about Big Bobby?
Dude, the Bo Blacks confrontation, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so you finally went face to face with Bobax?
No.
No, it's even funnier, Vega. No, you're not going to believe this. It's actually a crazy fucking story.
Okay.
So Bo Black started getting spotted like Bigfoot, right? They were recording him walking around the convention center. Then there were videos of him popping up where he was like showing tipsters DMs frantically to anyone who'd listen. There were like allegations he was walking up to random people who recognized him saying that,
okay,
don't worry,
hold
I'm
on.
financially stable, guys. I'm financially stable. I can be here.
What the fuck?
Before you go any further, we have to talk about him. What was he eating with that one guy? They fed each other.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. He streamed with this lol cow who got exposed by Etika. There's an allegation. I'm just shooting off the hip here, so if it's not accurate, I do apologize. There's an allegation he had to like literally suck dick to buy a Switch.
Jeez.
Like he was just like a poor e-beggar. But that was a whole thing. Like this guy is just sitting there and he's like, Bo Blacks, I was crying when I saw you. I was so happy. I'm gonna feed you food. And then he just starts fucking shoving shit in Bo Blacks' mouth, feeding him on camera. Like a fucking mongoloid.
It's very bizarre. It's a very strange.
Yeah, and then he
video.
started like calling out Tipster, who, by the way, almost came to the Rager. Almost got him there.
Wait,
I
actually?
was so close.
Tipster?
Yeah, I gave him the address, and he says he regrets not going.
But we had asked him to hang out like 5 years ago, and he didn't.
No, but this year, because I think that Tipster is like 2 minutes away from starting his Billy Mitchell arc.
Okay.
Where he just starts ragging on Bo Blacks every day and goes on like a triumphant victory lap for the rest of his life. And I think that like we need to push him into that direction. Imagine if Tipster goes on like the craziest win streak of all time, just trashing Bo Blacks every single week. I think it would be funny. But again, we're deviating. So Josh was like a pathetic loser the entire weekend, right? And he nobody invited him to anything. But here's the glitch in the cheat code. All you had to do was have Nick DeORIO at your party, and you could just blame him. Like, none of these people wanted to house this fucking monstrosity. So they all used me, as that's my assumption, to keep him from every event.
Well, I think they just assumed that if he came out, there might be some kind of meltdown or something to that effect, mental breakdown.
They invited Technicals.
True.
Dude, and when Technicals came, I shit you not, within 5 minutes of being at the Airbnb, someone walked over and said, "Is it okay if Tech comes?" And I said, "Yeah." You know how many times I got asked if it was okay if Bo Blacks came?
I'm guessing none.
No one wanted to associate with that guy at the fucking convention. And it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Except all the times I begged you for him to come and you said, "I veto, no Bo."
But so for a long while, I knew he had like an in-group of friends, and I always speculated that they were kind of pushing him in a direction or whatever. I actually don't believe that anymore. But his fucking core friend group is Oki's Weird Stories, who fucking hates me. What's his name? Ghost Gum, who is pretty chill, I think. I don't know. And I think the guy's name is Dan Tavius. Is that correct, Tom?
I don't think those guys hate you.
The bearded man. Well, Oki hates me.
I don't think Oki even hates you.
Oki has hated me for years.
Are you sure?
100%. So we're at the last party, and there were no weird conflicts, and there's about like 2 hours before I head back, and then my flight's the next day. We got through the whole week without anything weird happening. We're all fucking shit-faced. I was drinking White Claws, and I was taking sips and pouring vodka into the White Claws and High Noons and shit.
Get a white girl wasted, bro.
That's what they were saying in the chat when I said it. Yeah, I was blasted, dude. I was high drunk. I was having a great fucking time floating around the fucking party. All right. And so I'm standing kind of in the corner or whatever. And all of a sudden, Ghost Gum comes up to me and starts talking to me about Josh and goes, "Hey, man, I hear Josh is coming. What are you going to do?" And I'm like, "Oh, really? They finally invited him to something?" And he was like genuinely surprised, right? That that I didn't like go, "Oh, no, Josh is coming." I told him what I told you. I've been telling people to invite him to everything for the entire fucking weekend. I have not stopped this guy or blackballed him in any way. I've not hindered his vacation. And before I know it, all three of them are surrounding me in the corner. Mm-hmm. So Ghost Gum's right there. Oki's in the middle, and I think it's Dan Tavius, the bearded man, on the right. And I'm like, what's happening right now? So I'm fucked up. If I don't give a perfect rendition of what they said, I apologize. But it starts off normal, and they're like, "Dude, you gotta give Bo Blacks a break. Why are you still going after Bo Blacks?" And I'm like, "Well, he tried to get me into a fight with Technicals, which could have fucking harmed my if I got locked into that, I could have like not been making regular content. That could have harmed me financially or whatever by like lying about this comment cop shit. He got me to like fight with all these different people from my past all at once or whatever. It went really well, but if it didn't, that could have been a huge inconvenience on me. So like obviously I'm gonna shit on him more, right?
Right.
And then they start like progressively getting weirder about it until Oki who I had a normal interaction with prior than the same day, where he's like, "Oh, dude, we should box. Remember we were going to talk about boxing?" Same day, normal interaction when he wasn't drunk. Then he goes, "You're like a bully." I don't know if he said bully, but he's like, "You're on a power trip, man. You have no power in your real life, okay? And you take it out on Bo Black so you can feel powerful for once in your miserable life or something." And I'm just like, whoa, what are you talking about? You sound fucking crazy.
Truth, nuke.
Like, what's going on right now? And now at this point, Ghost Gum kind of turns off and looks, dude, Bo Black is kind of, not Bo Black, Ghost Gum turns off and starts talking to somebody else. So now it's really just the two of them talking to me. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, they're like going, "Oh, I tried to help Bo Blacks. We're trying to get him in a good direction and something." And I go, "Well, let me stop you right there. I've been giving this guy advice for years, so now you're in my shoes. Can you tell me if he's listening?" And then one of them goes, "Ah, you got me there, Nick," or something like that. And I'm like, "Listen, I'm not trying to fuck this guy over. I thought this was like a salvageable situation." And then all of a sudden he goes, "How would you feel if he killed himself, Nick?" And I'm like, whoa.
Damn.
Whoa.
That escalated.
So I'm just staring at this guy. And I'm like, is there going to be a punchline at the end of this joke? Like, what's happening right now?
Is this Oki talking to you or the other dude?
No, this is the Dan Tavius beard guy.
Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
"How would you feel if he killed himself?"
Right.
And eventually, I'm just sitting here just registering this is happening to me right now. This is like the most awkward fucking encounter of my entire life. And I just start laughing. And I go like, I'm as advertised. Why the fuck would I care if Josh dies? What does that have to do with me? We're at fucking VidCon having drinks. What are you doing? This is weird. So they start like going, and I go, all right, hold on. So I put my hand on Oki's shoulder and I split the two of them and I walk through them and I go, maybe next time, have your friend come and fight his own battles, because this is really pathetic. But yeah, I feel like I got suicide baited by proxy, but they actually admitted that they left him at the hotel to come to Tom's party. Like, what kind of friends are you?
Why'd they leave him?
Because I guess he either didn't want to go or he wasn't invited. So on the big last night party of VidCon, he sat in his hotel room alone, I guess.
Oh, that's sad.
Because his friends went to go party without him, and then they came over and blamed me, which is funny because I didn't try to keep him out.
Here's my assessment of this. This is all Tom's fault.
It probably is in some way, to be honest.
Tom, why didn't you invite Bobby, dog?
Well, he unfollowed me on Twitter over the weekend, so I assume that he felt.
Oh, well then, yeah, you can't invite somebody who unfollows you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he felt gypped by me. He broke the mutual.
Did you ever find out who the Canadian Nick was? Like the Canadian Nick guy?
Yeah, I know him.
Do you know who he is?
You were mesmerized by his dancing.
Dude, immediately after this, I was fuming that had just happened. But immediately after this, I go meet back up with Wavy, and we're standing there talking. And then all of a sudden he goes, dude, that's the guy. Apparently at the Canadian party the day before, some guy was walking around saying like, oh, my name's Nick. I do politics, but I'm a good Nick. There's a lot of bad Nicks out there giving us Nicks a bad name. Like Nick Fuentes and Nick DeORIO. Those guys, awful. I'm a good Nick.
True.
So he didn't realize he told like all my friends that at the party. I guess he didn't know we interacted.
The same club.
So I walked up to him and I introduced myself. I go, I'm the bad Nick that you're saving everybody from. And he goes, what? I go, you're saving all these Nicks out there. I'm the one that you're saving them from or something. And he goes, oh, I'm not shaking your hand.
He owned you.
And then but then he gets right in my face and he goes, I don't like you. And it sounded like the red guy from Smiling Friends. And I just started laughing.
This did not happen. I don't remember this.
No, there were witnesses. Ask Wavy. There are witnesses. He's like, I don't like you. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, so wait, what are you going to do about it? And he's like, and then I just called him a slur. I'm like, you're acting like a slur right now. So he snatched my glasses off my face and started dancing seductively at me. So I followed him for like 2 seconds and I realized he's not turning around. And then I walked back.
It all connects.
He started aggressively dancing at me. I've never seen dude, it was like fucking West Side Story. It was weirdest shit I've ever seen. I thought I was in a musical. I literally thought I was in a fucking musical. It was the most confusing fucking thing I've ever seen. Dude, what would you do if somebody starts flamboyantly dancing aggressively towards you, Tom? What would you do in that situation?
I don't know.
It was the weirdest. You know who this person is, dude? Because I've said this story on stream, and they still can't ID it. Like, but they still don't know who this YouTuber is. This is a streamer or a YouTuber?
He's a YouTube guy. Yeah.
I just know him as the flamboyant Nick from Politics or something, dude. I literally was just like, what do I do here?
Vega, what would you do if somebody stole your glasses and then seductively danced in front of you?
I just called him a slur to his face. If I punched him after that, I feel like it's a hate crime.
What happened before him talking shit, or I'm not gonna shake your hand, which is fair enough. I do that to people. I say, I don't like you, bro. I'm not gonna shake your hand.
And he comes back over and he goes, oh, they're prescription. You can have them back. I'm like, yeah, thanks for my $600 glasses, asshole.
Yeah, but if you went to go like take my glasses off, or he did, then he's just gonna get smacked, bro. That's not my fault. It's your fault.
You gotta understand, I'm in like an aura right now. Like the fucking Bo Black suicide baiting shit just happened, and then that happened. Like,
oh, they happened back to back?
It was back to back. I was fuming over that. That's why I was so fucking mad. And and then all of a sudden that happens, and I'm like, dude, we went the whole weekend, and there was just, and then all of a sudden this shit just goes down. It's crazy. But otherwise, it was fantastic. I have no other complaints about the weekend. If anything, that was funnier.
I didn't know most of this happened, to be honest.
Tom, did you have cops and security there?
Yeah, dude, Slacker.
We did not have security. We did have somebody IDing at the door though, to make sure.
Because Vega used to be security, but we actually upgraded to Slacker TV.
He was security.
Oh, Slacker TV, I remember.
Oh, dude, there was somebody there. I'm not gonna say who they were with, who like ran and crashed into a giant wooden stick and knocked down like an entire display on my head.
Oh,
dude, I literally, it came crashing down and fucking landed on my head. I was like, thank you so much. That was like so awesome of you. You guys just not gonna.
Oh,
like a TV landed on your head?
No, they had like a fucking, it was like, was it a surfboard or something? It knocked into their display and a bunch of shit flew off the shelf and banged me in the back of the head.
you got concussed.
What the fuck? Was that on purpose or somebody was just fucking around?
No, they were just drunk and fucking falling over,
stumbling
and shit.
around and shit. Yeah.
I just don't know who put a giant fucking like big ass wooden stick or like a surfboard that could fall over like right next to the drinks.
Fucking Tom.
Well, they probably didn't expect that like a bunch of retarded YouTubers would be there getting wasted for the first time in their life. I mean, in fairness, most of these YouTubers didn't have like the college frat experience or anything, myself included. So,
Dude, I was putting them back.
They go to VidCon.
Dude, the first night, I think I had like fucking 9 beers. The second night, we chugged Buzzballs. Do you know what a Buzzball is?
Don't.
I've never heard of that.
They're not good.
It's beer?
It's like this fucking, it's 15%, like a little grenade. You just fucking like click it open or whatever and just chug the whole thing. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I also don't really like liquor, in fairness.
You didn't like them, but you had all the weird flavors. You had like fucking tequila something, dude.
Yes.
I much prefer a Miller Lite, to be honest.
I love liquor. I can't stand beer.
I love liquor.
Can't do beer.
Dude, the craziest thing I ever did was shotgun a 4 Loko. Dude, Miller Lite is good. You ever drink Miller High Life?
I have had that one, yes.
It's terrible, but they called it the champagne of beer, and that's amusing to me.
I pinned you more of a Bud Light guy, Tom.
Well, I did used to drink Bud Light, and then Bud Light became gay, so I can't drink Bud Light anymore.
Bud Light makes you burp, right? I don't like that. Miller is clean. They have like $5 Miller pitchers by me, and it is a fucking glitch, dude. It's a glitch in the Matrix.
But probably my favorite is like the fucking faggiest thing of all time, which is Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh, no way, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Mike's Hard Lemonade?
It just tastes like lemonade.
I don't think I've ever had a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Whoa, Vega. No. Bro, fuck Mike's Hard Lemonade. Fuck all these hard drinks, dude. They had Hard Baja Blast at this fucking party.
Did they?
That was the greatest thing I've ever had. It didn't even taste like alcohol.
We got that
Dude,
at Ralph's.
And I thought Ralph's was like an Italian ices joint. I was shocked that they sold liquor.
Wow.
They have everything except ice, apparently.
Except ice. They didn't have any ice, dude. That's because it's in the New York ones. The New York ones are all ices, dude.
When we went out there, we loaded up the fucking trunk of my rental Dodge Challenger, which, by the way, that car fucking blows. But we loaded it up with like $400, $500 worth of alcohol or something. Me, Wavy, Justin.
Yeah, you took like the generic Project X picture when you had like all the alcohol around you in the shopping cart.
Yeah, you got to take those, though.
I'm bad at taking pictures.
Yeah, you got to take it.
You know, I didn't know that picture existed. I took a fucking shot in the dark guess, but I'm not surprised that you took that picture.
Wait, you didn't even know that I took that picture? You just guessed? Are you serious?
We got a bunch of pictures out there. I think you're the only one that I got pictures with.
It's on the checklist, baby.
Oh,
it's on the checklist.
Damn.
You got to take pictures with women. You got to take pictures at the party with the boys, getting liquor. It's like the step-by-step process. You got to take it. Memories, baby. Memories.
Yeah, 100%.
See, I'm not a big picture taker.
Dude, we look obliterated in the pictures we took. I'm looking at them now. We look literally fucked up, dude.
I look absolutely. Yeah, I posted one on my Instagram with Dream in it.
Yeah.
And in that one, I don't look happy or sad. I just kind of look distant.
Post them in a chat so I can go to VidCon next year.
Dude, there's one that we took where you can just it's everybody is blurry except for June the King, who is hyper visible behind us.
Has anybody in these pictures they have not done a face reveal, or is that good to post?
Those are the ones we specifically went out and took pictures of so we can blackmail them later. No, everyone there is face revealed.
Okay, Nick, if you go to the last post on my Instagram, the guy on the left of the photo is the guy that was dancing.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, now they're gonna know who it was, dude. They're gonna ID him. Hold on, Turkey Tom. Where's Lurky Lam, dude? Why are you Tom but dark? You can get your real name.
I couldn't get it. Somebody had it. I tried to message them and they ignored me.
I don't think it was that guy. Was it that guy?
That's him.
I remember him being like a tall, lanky. Oh no, the one on the left is definitely him.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the guy. I'm gonna send a picture to Vega. Do you think after I called this guy a slur, and do you think it would have been a hate crime? I feel like it would have been a hate crime. You could just tell.
That's the guy that grabbed your shit?
Yeah, dude, I feel like it would have been a hate crime.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, he walked up to me. He looked like the guy. He sounded like the guy from Smiling Friends. He's like, I don't like you, Nicholas.
He owned you.
Oh, he's probably hammered, yeah.
Oh, dude, by this point, like, I mean, honestly, no love lost. I don't really care. But like fucking, yeah, everyone was obliterated by this point in the party. Like it was like 1 a.m.
There was definitely a certain point in time in which I realized that everybody around me, except for me, was pretty fucking drunk.
Yeah.
But then about 20 minutes later, then I had the okay. So Once everybody else was wasted, I was like, all right, I guess it's my turn
Fuck
to jump
it.
off the ledge.
Chug it, baby. So overall, a good experience. You guys would rate, how do you rate VidCon? What's your favorite moment?
I'm going back next year. I'm glad I'm doing YouTube again. It makes sense to go and actually hang out at these things.
What's your rating?
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, it was better than the last time I went, but the last time I went, it was COVID, so I don't know how. I don't really have a good gauge. Like a 5 and like a 7 is probably the closest I could say. I mean, if I went to one of the ones that you went to, where all the weird commentary YouTubers that I hate, actually maybe I wouldn't have liked it then. I don't know. You hung out with all the British people who like blew themselves up. Remember the I'm Alex house? Wasn't that a thing? Wasn't there an I'm Alex house?
I never got to hang out with them. That was the Vega years.
I'm talking Vega. Yeah. I'm not talking to Tom.
Yeah, that was a house that it was like Leon Lush, me. It was a gang. Billy the Fridge was there. That was just like fucking.
It was a gangbang?
No, it was a gang of people that were there.
Oh, I thought you said it was a gangbang.
It wasn't one person that had one house. It was all of us got a house. And then the next
Dude, the
year.
best story is when you were driving with your army buddy and Alex was in the back of the car. That is by far the best VidCon story.
It's not. It's not that one. That was funny though.
You're just sitting there like, what? What's going on? Two adults are talking about adult things and Alex is shitting himself in the back of the car, dude.
I think in fairness, anybody that probably would have heard my buddy, because he was a war buddy. I don't know who would, other than probably like Donut Operator and all those kinds of guys. They kind of come from that. If anybody would have heard my boy, be like, dog, you remember when we killed these guys, right? Like fucking,
Holy fuck.
That would be like, whoa, how did we start this conversation?
Yeah, but dude, no, he heard that and then he's like, dude, that's a great idea. I should bash my girlfriend's skull in with a brick.
No.
Or at least threaten to do it. Dude.
That's crazy.
What you have to understand is that Alice Hez was actually a brave Mujahideen soldier. And Alex was doing his best to fight for Israel.
Dude, Alice Hez is fucking hilarious. She'll just tweet out some crazy shit every couple of weeks or whatever, just to remind everybody that Alex sucks. And I fucking laugh every time I see it.
Yeah, I mean, the most recent thing was Bonnie Blue roasting him.
Dude!
Right?
So, do you know what Bonnie Blue is?
No.
A pornographer. She gets fucked by like 1,000 guys in one challenge. Like 24 hours, 1,000 dick challenge.
Oh, I've heard of that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a post like that on Twitter, and I don't remember the names because there's so many fucking people doing shit like that. But I saw that, I was like, damn, bro, 1,000 dudes.
Dude, it's like a Mr. Beast challenge for semen. Yeah.
That's literally her entire thing is getting a train run on her by 1,000 men.
So Alex is like, Bonnie Blue is doing some weird shit again where she's trying to get barely legal teenagers to have sex with her in her videos, and she's being really creepy about it. And then all of a sudden she goes, wow, Alex, that's so crazy. But you know what's crazier? When you threatened to bash your girlfriend's skull in with a brick. I think that was pretty fucking crazy. And then he's like, you know, Alex, it feels good to be stretched out. You know what doesn't feel good? A brick to your skull.
Wow.
Dude, she filmed 7 videos in different rooms and posted one different one on each form of social media.
Jesus.
There was like an IG video, a TikTok video, a YouTube short. She blasted these on all over social media. It was like collecting Pokemon to find all the insults, but she like mauled him.
Yeah, that's probably gonna follow him forever.
Yeah, it should. It absolutely should. He gets a little taste of this, of the pain he's inflicted on other people. But the kicker is, I mean, he's on fucking 4K. He did that. He said that shit, dude. That happened.
Damn. And you would think that that would be an easy slam dunk. A girl fucking 1,000 dudes. But wait a minute, you said you started.
No, actually, it's an easy slam dunk for him as well. You know, on his girlfriend's head with a brick. But well, they call me the Oracle of domestic violence. You know.
You just had to take the layup, bro.
Well, that's the thing. It is an easy slam dunk for everyone but him. Everyone but him.
Hey, wait. So you started that rant right there. You started it by saying she's having sex with barely legal teenagers. That's another word for an adult.
No. I actually, 99% of the time I agree with you. Some of these OnlyFans models are like doing really weird shit.
Like what?
Like a high school graduation gangbang parties. It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but I'm sure them boys are like, hell yeah, I'm going over there, bro.
Like you're marketing it. No, but they're marketing specifically to like, oh, did you just turn 18? Come fuck me or something. It's a little weird.
Dude, I don't know. I don't even give a fuck.
Because it panders to like the younger audience, and the younger audience is
yeah, I guess you're right.
fucking 17 and 16-year-old guys. It's like, oh, I get a little older, I can fuck Bonnie Blue. It's a little weird, dude. It's a little weird. I gotta be honest with you. It reminds me of like when some of the OnlyFans girls put on braces at 25 who don't need them.
Nick, do you think we have enough clout? Do you think all three of us have enough clout to be added to the train?
Nah, I'll take a one-on-one.
I think they're taking what they can get at 1,000 guys. I was in 3 challenges. I got 30 seconds with her.
Imagine just like, and here we have the half-baked podcast, all 3 of them to bang my tight pussy. Massive shout out to Nicholas DeORIO for putting a little bit of ZE in me this evening. And a massive shout out to Lord Vega for bringing some authentic Cuban cuisine. I feel like I'm in Havana right now in my pussy.
Hell yeah. The half-baked fucking special edition.
All right, listen, I think that Bo Blacks can come back to the community, but he's got to either do one or 2 things. He has to, 1, fuck Bonnie Blue on camera and put it on OnlyFans, or 2, he's got to go on Caleb Hammer. Do you think that Bo Blacks on fucking Financial Audit would be good, though?
It would be amazing.
He did one with Boogie.
Imagine Caleb Hammer like, you did what? You started an OnlyFans?
I covered Caleb Hammer recently. He followed me on Twitter. I want to try to get this dialogue going because he got exposed by a former employee who's like, when I worked for Caleb Hammer, my dad was proud of me for the first time in my life. Caleb Hammer, I called him my dad on set. It was some guy with daddy issues who kept like editing in himself crying. It wasn't like editing out the crying or leaving the crying in. He would be talking normal and he'd cut to a take where he was crying. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Some weird dude with daddy issues who moved out there without even having a fucking contract to sign.
Is this like one of those, like the Mr. Beast dude? He was like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
And he was like fucking complaining about, he was just always bitching at me that wouldn't, like, he like dry snitched himself out to the world. Like, I wasn't working hard enough and all this stuff. And he let me know. And it's like, that's what your boss supposed to do, dog.
These guys are always God's gift to fucking YouTube employees or whatever. They come, everyone respected me. I really raised the bar on the show. He's like, I really want to make this about helping people financially. And it's like, the show is literally TMZ, not TMZ. It's literally fucking Jerry Springer of Financial Audit. He gets on there and just insults OnlyFans women. It's hilarious. Right, but this guy's trying to change the world.
Really?
It's like, I don't think you're not subscribed to the right podcast, dude. Why are you working for this guy? He gets on there and he goes, so when I got there, Caleb asked me to do Financial Audit myself.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, so you said no, right? And he's like, well, I couldn't say no. It's like, well, no, you could.
Yeah.
You could have not done that. But instead, he filmed 2 episodes where he did Financial Audit with Caleb Hammer as his employee.
And he got fucked up, huh?
I don't know. And you understand, when you do Financial Audit, you got to hand over all your shit. You got to show proof of income. You got to show your credit card history, your bank statements. Like, you're going out there and you're exposing yourself publicly to all these people.
Right.
You're telling them how much money you make and shit like that.
And this guy does that with OnlyFans models?
Yeah, bring OnlyFans models on there. He's like,
dude, that's fucking genius.
Well, so we were filming with like adult stars and I think it made him more comfortable. He like tried to film her in seductive poses and you find out who the girl is. It's like some girl who like sells her pussy online. Like, it's I don't know if you saw it. That's a little ridiculous. But my point is, like, it's an OnlyFans model. That's literally her. She's doing this for marketing material. She wants to look like that so people buy.
Yeah, that is a little weird that people, well, it's always like some internet dude that doesn't get laid or something and he wants to get laid. So the only way to do that is to say ridiculous shit, you know, but it's like he's defending women when literally it's like, yeah, there's women, but then there's also women that are doing what they're doing to make money.
Yeah.
If a girl walks in and she's a regular girl and I say, I need you to bend over, pull your fucking skirt up and show me your pussy, we're going to take some promotional pictures. That's crazy that's out of whack, bro.
Yeah.
But if an OnlyFans model walks in, she's probably not going to blink twice because that's kind of like, that's what it is. That's the game. So she's like, oh, well, at least I didn't have to suggest it. Let's get it because this is what I'm here for.
He has this video called Financial Audit's Most Special Guest. And the thumbnail is like Caleb like pretending to be retarded.
Dude, I love Caleb Hammer, bro.
And then what appears to be a man with Down syndrome with a birthday hat on.
What the?
It appears to be a man with Down syndrome with a birthday hat on.
So I'm telling you, Josh would be great on this show.
What is going on?
Thanks for watching, guys. Take us out, dog.
And we're gay.
True.